I was breaking quietly. There was a season in my life when I was so exhausted that I would wake up with my shoes still on. Not once, not occasionally, regularly. I had been running all day, taking care of everyone else, managing chaos, holding everything together. And by the time I collapsed in bed, I didn't even have the energy to take my shoes off.
Hey, Margie here. Welcome to the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up podcast, the show that helps Christian moms prioritize their physical and mental health so they can boldly step into God's calling. I'm your host, Margie Ruiz.
Hey, Margie here. I didn't start this podcast because life was calm. I started it because I was quietly falling apart. Welcome to the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up podcast. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been walking with me for a while, welcome back, my friend. Last week, I introduced you to the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up framework, the 3 clicks that changed everything for me. Today, I want to tell you why this movement exists at all. Because this isn't just a podcast. It's not just a morning routine, and it's definitely not about doing more. It exists because I was breaking quietly. There was a season in my life when I was so exhausted that I would wake up with my shoes still on. Not once, not occasionally, regularly. I had been running all day, taking care of everyone else, managing chaos, holding everything together. And by the time I collapsed in bed, I didn't even have the energy to take my shoes off. That's when I knew something was wrong. From the outside, life looked fine. Inside, I was depleted, disconnected, running on fumes. And the scary part, I thought that was normal. I thought exhaustion was just the price of being a good mom, a good wife, a good Christian, a good woman. But it wasn't holiness. It was unsustainable. Being busy is not the same thing as being faithful. I loved God. I served my family. I showed up for everyone. But I wasn't taking care of my body, my mind, or my soul. And here's the truth I had to face. When we neglect ourselves long enough, we don't just lose energy. We lose clarity. We lose peace. We lose the ability to hear God. Scripture puts it plainly in Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. You can't know God deeply when your life is nothing but noise. You can't hear him clearly when your days are ruled by urgency, distraction, and exhaustion. I believe with everything in me that women are not failing. They are overwhelmed, overstimulated, overextended. And the enemy doesn't need to destroy us outright. He just needs to keep you busy, unhealthy, distracted, spiritually numb. Because exhausted women don't rise, they survive. And God didn't create you to survive. He created you to stand, to lead, and to serve with strength. That's why Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up exists. This isn't self-help, it's realignment. This framework was born because I needed a way to live that honored all of me, not just my responsibilities. It's a system for your faith, your health, your daily life. Listen, not perfection, not pressure, just alignment. So instead of reteaching the 3 clicks the same way as last week, I want to show you how Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up actually shows up in the middle of your real life. Here's what it looks like when you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or disconnected. Click number 1, wake up. Notice. This is where everything begins. Before you change anything, you notice. You notice that you're snappy more than usual, that your body's tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix, that you're busy but not at peace, that you've been avoiding silence because you're afraid of what you might feel. This click is about honesty, not judgment, not fixing, just noticing. Because awareness is the beginning of healing. Click number 2, pray up. Invite God in. Once you notice, you invite God into what's real, not what should be. This is the prayer that sounds like, God, I can't keep doing it this way. God, I need your wisdom, not my willpower. God, show me what matters most right now. This is where the shift happens. Not because circumstances change, but because you stop carrying everything alone. Peace doesn't come from having fewer problems. It comes from letting God lead. Click number 3, boss up. Move differently. Then comes the hardest part and holiest part. You move differently. Not dramatically, not perfectly, but intentionally. You choose rest instead of pushing, a boundary instead of resentment, nourishment instead of depletion, obedience instead of approval. One small, faithful step. Because alignment isn't about doing more. It's about doing what actually matters. Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up exists because women don't need more information. They need permission. Permission to slow down, permission to care for their bodies, permission to listen to God again. Permission to stop surviving and start living awake. Because when women are healthy, body, mind, and soul, they don't just feel better. They lead better. They love better. They serve with strength instead of exhaustion. And that changes families. That changes communities. That's how God advances His work in and through us. Friend, if your life feels loud right now, this is your invitation to pause, to notice, to invite God back into the center, and to take one small step in a new direction. You don't have to do everything. You just have to take the next faithful step. If this episode stirred something in you, make sure you're on my email list. That's where I share tools, reflections, and first access when the membership opens again. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so honored to walk this journey with you. Until next time, remember to wake up, pray up, and boss up every day. God bless. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you enjoyed the episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, shout it from the rooftops, leave a rating and a review, all the things. And to catch the latest from me, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at margie.gp6 or go to my website at margieruiz.com and make sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.